Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're putting on our detective hats to investigate a classic runner's mystery, the case of the heavy feet. You know what I'm talking about, that sluggish, lead-legged feeling you get on a run after a night out. So let's start digging for clues.
We've all been there, right? You decide to go for a run, maybe to sweat it out, but instead of feeling light and quick, your legs just feel heavy, like you're running through wet sand. So what is actually going on here? The answer is way more interesting than just being tired, and we're about to crack this thing wide open. Okay, first things first. Let's examine the scene of the crime, the heavy feet phenomenon itself.
And let's be super clear about this. This feeling isn't just in your head. It's not simply fatigue or dehydration, though those are part of it. What we're dealing with here is a very real, very specific biomechanical failure. Your body is paying a penalty that's sabotaging your running form from the inside out.
Now, our investigation leads us to the real culprit, and it all starts with a chemical attack that kicks off a nasty chain reaction.
So here's how it goes down. You have a drink, your liver gets to work, and in the process, it creates this nasty toxin called acetaldehyde. Your body, rightfully, freaks out. It sees this stuff as poison and launches an all-out inflammatory response. And part of that response is to hold on to water, which leads directly to internal swelling.
And listen, this is not the kind of puffiness you might see in your face after a long night. We're talking about something called visceral edema. This is a deep, internal swelling of the organs and tissues inside your abdominal cavity. Your entire core is essentially bloated from the inside. This right here, this is the smoking gun.
So that chemical attack creates a physical problem. All that internal swelling creates what is basically a physical blockade, and it shuts down your body's most important running engine.
And here is our victim, the psoas major. Now, this muscle is an absolute powerhouse, buried deep inside your core. And what's so critical to understand is that it's the only muscle that connects your spine directly to your legs. It's what gives you that quick, snappy knee lift, the thing that makes you feel light and fast.
So remember that deep internal swelling we were talking about? Well, it physically presses in on your psoas from all sides. It creates what you can think of as a visceral cast, basically putting this super important muscle in a full-body cast, locking it down.
And when a muscle is compressed like that, it can't fire quickly. It can't do its job, so that powerful, springy PSOS becomes a stiff, sluggish mess. And the result? That snappy knee lift you need is gone. It's replaced by a slow, heavy drag. And that is the feeling of heavy feet. Mystery solved.
But your body is smart. It's a survivor. When its main engine goes offline, it kicks into crisis mode and comes up with a compensation plan. And unfortunately, that's where the real trouble begins.
See, with the psoas pretty much out of commission, other smaller muscles have to step up and do a job they were never designed for. And that, my friends, is a surefire recipe for injury.
And what's fascinating is this compensation leads to two totally different ways your body can break down, and it all depends on how you run. If you're a midfoot or forefoot striker, you become a pusher. You can't lift your knee, so you start pushing off the ground way too hard with your foot, which just nukes your calf and Achilles. Now, if you're a heel striker, you become a dragger. Your leg just kind of trails behind you, and you have to use your hamstring to yank it forward like a pendulum, which puts your hamstrings and shins at huge risk.
Okay, we've diagnosed the problem, we know the consequences, so what's the solution? Well, if you absolutely have to run after a night of drinking, you need to follow a very, very specific protocol.
First and most important is a mindset shift. This run is not about getting fitter. It's not a workout. The goal is 100% damage management. Think of it as a gentle flush for your system, nothing more. So here are the 3 golden rules. Rule number 1, zone 1, heart rate only. You're just trying to move blood around to flush the system, not add more stress. Rule 2, shorten your stride. We're talking about what some call the old man shuffle. This protects that swollen, angry psoas. And rule 3, land flat. Don't push off your toes. Don't try to get that pop in your stride. Just accept that today is not that day.
Okay, this is probably the most important question of all. Just because the headache is gone doesn't mean your body is ready to go. So how do you know, really know, that you're recovered and it's safe to train hard again?
Well, the first cue is a feeling. It's what the source material calls hollow guts. It's when that feeling of internal pressure from all that swelling is just gone. You can take a deep belly breath and it feels like there's actually space in there again. That's a huge sign.
The second cue is all mechanical. It's the return of the piezo snap. You'll know it when you feel it. When you go to lift your knee, it just happens. It feels weightless, it feels instant. You're no longer having to consciously heave your leg forward. That's your engine coming back online.
And finally, the third cue is right there in your data. It's when your heart rate and your pace get back together. That easy pace that was sending your heart rate through the roof is now back to its normal, easy heart rate. When your effort matches your output again, you know your system is fully back to normal.
So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this powerful metaphor. Trying to run hard after drinking is like filling your body's engine room with packing peanuts. It just gums up the whole system, smothers your most powerful muscles, and forces your body to break down. So the next time you head out the door, ask yourself, is your engine clean or is it full of peanuts?